Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Sandy's page. So today what we're going to talk about, something really exciting, I think it's very exciting, is orbs, fairies, and UFOs, maybe ships that you've seen, maybe you think they are. Maybe you've seen an orb in pictures, or seen something, outside. Maybe you don't know what it is. Well, over the years, I've taken some photos of such things. And I know everybody, you're shocked. I know. Think me crazy. I go out at night, and, we are here in the country. We're away from the city lights. So I'm able to see a lot of things in the sky. And also, we're on the an airport flight path, so there's a lot of things that fly by here. So I know the difference pretty much between a star or a plane flying over. You can see the flashing red lights. We've even had a neighbor's kid who had a drone flying over every once in a while. And so I can kind of, over the years, we've been here almost 30 years, so I can kind of tell when something's a little different in the sky. And I run and get my camera and get my tripod out and start videotaping, even if it's nothing, zoom in. So this might be something that you guys want to try to do and see if you can capture anything. A lot of things with the shift going on, a lot of energies moving around, a lot of things opening up. The veil is thinning, so we may be able to see things that maybe we wouldn't have before. So, open up your mind, maybe look up in the sky a little bit more, and you never know what you might catch. So let's get going. All right, so I was out one night, and it's basically this, hopefully it'll play as a little movie of, I noticed something flashing in the sky. It was stationary, and as you can see on the video, because the next picture I'm going to show you, next few pictures, I'll show you when it starts moving. Now, you can see the video that I was holding my camera. So it was, my arms were moving. So if, I've tried the explanation that, well, maybe that was, people could say that it was my hand moving. But by this time, I'd gotten my tripod and my camera was stationary. So this is the first one, and you can see that it is beautiful, beautiful color. And start the video here. And there was the light that's below it. It was quite low in the sky. The light that was below it was a house light, and I could tell the difference. This one was in the sky. You can see it flashing, and flashing all different colors. And I tried to zoom in, and it's very different. Now, you can see in the middle here where it's got like it's energy. Some people will say they see ships or UFOs, and they'll be actual physical. But also there are ships that are energy ships, that are plasma, that are the energy being themselves. I don't know, call me crazy, but I've been researching this for years. And there are ships that are energy ships, that are plasma, that are run by beings that are connected to it, and it's their energy that runs the ships. And that's what I believe that this is, that I caught here. So we'll move on to that from that one. So then I went in and got my tripod and took a couple stationary pictures. Now in the video before, you can see how my hands are moving, but there was no tails, there was no light reflections coming off it. It was just my hands were moving, the camera was moving. So this is a still I took, and you can see at the point where it's glowing blue. It's a beautiful blue with a nice bright light in the center. And then in the next one, this was kind of a far off shot. I decreased my zoom so that you could kind of see how it looked from a little farther away. It's a beautiful blue color with the white light in the middle. And this is when it started to turn a greenish color, a white greenish bluish. You can see the yellow in there. It's really beautiful, and started to change shape a little bit too. It's getting a little longer rather than just that simple round shape. And as I'm watching this, and I'm saying in my mind, flash for me, move for me, when you can send energy patterns, you can send your thoughts out into the universe when you see things like that, and say, give me a burst, give me a burst of light, or move for me. And you'd be amazed that they do. They want to connect with us. So this one, it's a little bit yellow, blue, green. That's another far off still. And then it starts to change red. It starts to change red in this picture. So it's flashing all these different colors, and I can see them from the ground. All the different colors, and it's flashing. And let's see this next one. Then it starts to move, and I catch it in mid-motion. And that's what this one is. And you can see the different colors. And it wasn't a wiggle because my camera has the motion thing on it. And as I showed you in the first clip, where when I had it just in my hand was moving, didn't create this. So this was it. Now it's moving for me, doing like a little dance. And here's another one where it's moving, and amazing enough, in this shot, I captured another one, looks like a little rainbow one, going up to the corner, flying right by it. So a lot of times they do tend to move around in groups, more than one. So we caught it's blue and purple and white and then orange. You can kind of see the tail even down below the upside down L-shaped movement that he was making. You can kind of see the tail go right up to that colored one. Amazing. It was just blowing my mind. Okay, this next one, he really did a loop-de-loop, and this was amazing. The colors and everything that I captured were just amazing. I loved it. And I could see all this from where it was standing. I could see it moving. I couldn't see that tail, but I could see it jumping. But it caught it on the camera. And then let's see. Oh, this is just a far away shot. This is the shot that caught my attention in the first place. Was this bright light. And then one more of it doing kind of a turning gold and white and moving. It was moving side to side. So really fascinating. Absolutely beautiful. So that's it for my night ship pics. I haven't been out in a while. I really got to get back out there. So my next set of pictures is during the day outside, and my husband and I were in the field, and he has a tree stand that he sits in, and we went out one afternoon and we were gonna sit in there and just be really quiet. I brought my camera and we were going to look at the deer. Well, he was going to look at the deer. I mean, I wanted to see the deer, but I had other intentions going on. I wanted to catch some fairies out in the forest. So I think I did. So we'd been sitting in the tree stand for a while, and probably like a half an hour, and I started to in my mind, call in you know, any elementals, any spirits or orbs to come in and show themselves so that I could take a picture. And lo and behold, now when you call in, when I say call in, all you really do is you quiet your mind and start putting out that energy, expanding your energy field, and inviting orbs of light and positivity to come in and to interact with you. And that's all I was thinking. You don't have to say it, you can just think it. They can hear your thoughts and read your energy patterns. So this is the first picture that I started snapping away, because looking out into the field here, I noticed a lot of different dancing lights were catching my eye. And I'm like, are they like bugs or, you know, and it was way too early in the day for fireflies to be out, so they weren't lightning bugs. And as you can see it toward the back of the photo where the sun is hitting, these are in the shadows. These are down by the ground. These are in the shadows, and they were quite lit up. You can see, you can look at the bottom. And I do have a close-up here, a little close-up of them all. And they are quite bright, and I could see them moving. I could see them moving right down there. They caught my eye, and there were lots of them. They were coming in and out of the corn, and they were in the dark area. Now, an elemental is a spirit or fairy that takes care of the earth. They're of the elements: wind, air, fire, earth, and water. And this picture, one just it's floating right by the front of us, down by on the ground. There were ones over in the grass. There's more over in the corn. But this one was very bright, and it caught my attention. And I did a lot of these. I did a zoom in picture so that you can see a little better. Now you can clearly see. Someone can say they're bugs, or, you know, bugs that caught the light, but you can clearly see in this picture that it's not a bug. Zooming in, you can see the light in the middle, the bright light, the spirit of it in the middle, and then the glow on the outside. So there's no trace of a bug body or darkness or that you would see if you saw a bug. So I don't think they were bugs. They were clearly orbs, elementals. So then I got a little closer picture here. I zoomed into the ground by the corn, and you can see on the left-hand side of the picture there's a big one, but you can and you can clearly see there's no bug there. You can see the grasses right through it, and then farther over to the right-hand side there's a really bright one dancing around there, just dancing around. And then up toward the corner you can see another light one, another light orb dancing around. Then one came down on the ground. I mean, they were right in front of us. You can see we were up in the trees and we were looking down, and this one is quite bright, and you can see the grass right through it. So it's not a bug, and it's not a reflection of something that was in my camera, because I had my camera around my neck and I could see them first. So I could see them, and then I lifted my camera to take the pictures of them. So I wasn't just hairy-carry at first looking around. I snapped a couple pictures in the trees, and then noticed these on the ground, and that's when I started taking the pictures. And then I zoomed in on that really big one so you can see that clearly. You can see right through it. There's no bug, there's no bug body. So to me, it was an orb, it was a spirit, it was an elemental. They were taking care of the land, the forest, the cornfields, the deer, the bunnies, all the animals that live around us in our woods, on our planet. This is what they do. Here's another one with a couple really bright ones. And they're perfect. Look at that perfect circle. So bright, so beautiful. And there's one a little farther off up in the right-hand corner toward the back that you can see. Just amazing. It was like, oh, I was so excited. I was so excited to get these pictures and see all these. You know, it's so fun. You never know. Take your camera outside, and if you consciously think of these things that you want to connect, that you want to engage with them, and, you know, just observe, you know, and put out that kind, loving energy, and you'd be amazed at, you know, what'll come around. So moving on here, we're going to move on to, I also go out at night. So I will go out at night, and it's really dark in our back field here because we have no lights. We have no, you know, electrical wires and stuff out back. So I like to go out a lot at night in the summer, and I get my camera and I turn the flash on, and I'll sit there for a little bit, and I will just, I will think or call them in. You know, be very quiet, put out a very positive, welcoming, loving energy. And then I will just start hitting, you know, just taking pictures in the dark when I feel like I can feel that, you know, there are other energies around me. I'll do that. And here's one when they started coming in. This is just my backyard, and you can see my trees and bushes and stuff in our windmill back there. And here up in the corner and the top, you can start to see the light and the orbs come in. And again, you know, people will say, oh, they're bugs. You know, you caught bugs, or there's something flashing on your camera, but they're moving. And there's no bugs in them when you zoom in. So we're going to zoom in here. Zoomed in a little closer on them, and you can see right through the middle. You can see right through the middle of these, so there's no bugs in the middle. You know, it's not dirt or dust flying around, and my camera is catching the light, the orbs. And I think I went a little closer, I think on the bright one up in the corner, so you could kind of see right into the middle. Yeah, you can see right into the middle of that one. And can you see the little like energy, the little ball of energy, the ball of light? That's the little spirit inside that little orb. And I mean, these can be past loved ones, these can be elementals that are taking care of, or just, you know, family and friends that have passed over that are coming in to say hi. And another note too, just so that you know, before you do anything like this, and you're calling in anything or inviting anything in, make sure to surround yourself with the white light of the Christ protection before you do anything like this. And you should do that anyway, like if you're meditating, or, you know, trying to connect or speak with, you know, loved ones on the other side, asking for, you know, positive energy and just trying to recharge yourself. Always surround yourself with the protection and the white light of the Holy Spirit before you do it. So, okay, and here I backed up a little here, and you can see the two at the top, and they were coming in. There's one at the bottom. There's another orb over by the pool fence there. And I zoomed in toward the tree to kind of get the brighter ones, and you can see some coming in the back in the dark. And then I zoomed right in so you could again see the brightness of the one, and that the orb on the upper left-hand side, that, you know, there's no bugs, there's no bird, there's no, you know, anything like that in the middle. It's just pure energy and light. And let's scroll down here and see what we got here. And again, more coming in above the trees. And they're not stars, they're a lot closer. So I wasn't zooming in up toward the sky when I was taking these pictures. I was simply just holding my camera on automatic and just hitting the flash, and it was just psh, psh, taking pictures. And these were coming in, they were quite close to me. And this one you can see in the upper left and lower right hand corner down by the windmill that these ones seem to have a tail. They were moving quite fast. They were zipping all over the place. And I have a closer one of that too. Let's see. Yeah, there's one. There's an orb up in the tree. That was a nice bright one on this picture. And then right above the bush, that really bright one, that was what I believe is like a little fairy. And if you notice down under the pine tree there a little bunny. Little bunny was watching me. He was sitting there staring. I got a couple pictures of him. He was just watching me. He didn't run away. He wasn't afraid. He knew he was safe. So cute. And here's another one, close up of the one light beam coming in. There's one up in the tree. And again, you can see in the middle, you can see that light in the middle and then the aura surrounding it. And below the light one, there's another little bluish, grayish, and more coming in the background. And this one I caught of the two of them. I zoomed into that picture, and you can kind of see. And these ones, I think the really bright ones, and they always seem to congregate and come in around where the trees and the bushes are. I think that's a little fairy. And I have a little better pictures of them after a couple here. This one was just to show, you can see the line of them by that one bush in the back. You can see a line of them coming in. They're soldiering up. They're coming in a line. And then this one is just a little closer picture of them all lined up and coming in a line. Just amazing. It's so wonderful. I get so excited when I take these pictures. And you guys can do it too. You know, go out, try, connect a few times. Now in this picture, by the bush, you can see on the ground toward the smaller bush, you can see one zipping in. And then up on the right hand side, you can see another one zipping in. And I do have a close-up of them zipping in. This one is a little closer of the two of them zipping in. It's amazing. It's just amazing. You can see the little tails, and then two light orbs on either side of the tree. So let's go. And then I zoomed really close into the one, and you can see again, not a bug. This is something moving. It's leaving a tail. It looks like a little tiny comet. And these orbs are just zipping all around. Just amazing. And then I caught the one up in the up in the corner, really bright with a nice tail on it. Amazing. Just amazing. Amazes me. There's so much to this world and to this earth that we don't think to explore or try. I mean, this is just like 30 minutes out in the backyard at night, and instead of, hanging out or, sitting on the couch or watching a show, going outside for 30 minutes in the dark and, get your camera or just sit there and meditate and let the energies, just wash over you. And this one was incredible. This one, it looks like, look at them all zooming in. You can see the little tails on all of these, and they're all just zooming in from over in the field. Now behind that garage is our fields, farm fields. And they are just zipping in, zipping in. I'm calling them in. Come on in. Come on over to my house. Come on over. Anybody else want to come over to my house? Come on over to my house. Crazy. Crazy, but I love it. Okay, and here's another one. And now they really start to come in. So this one is, we're catching a lot. A lot of orbs are coming in here. And if you look over to the left-hand side there, you can see by the pine tree, a lot of them that I think, and they're the really bright ones. So they're the ones I think are the fairies, the elemental fairies, because they really like to hang around the trees, and maybe they live in the trees. You never know. So that's nice. That was amazing. And then I zoomed in on one in the tree, and hopefully the picture comes out a little better than this. I zoomed out at that one, some of them in the trees, and that one was really bright. It was really bright. He was showing off. He was lighting up for me. And here's a bigger picture of them in the trees, and you can see they kind of have a shape of the fairies. And I mean, they're just dancing in the trees. I mean, the light reflecting off them is just amazing, amazing. And this is the one that I caught that I feel is has a really good shape to it. That is kind of most fairy-like. Amazing. And here is another, you can see toward the ground in the middle, that these ones are really bright. And I'll do a zoom in on these so you can really see the shape. Now, maybe it's just me, but that looks like something that has wings, like a fairy. Just saying. They have them in Ireland. I would love to go to Ireland. Don't they have an Isle of the Fairies or something, and where people actually can take pictures and see things like this? I know I've seen pictures. And this one is another one, little closer up of it. Beautiful, just beautiful. And then we've got another where that one is brighter. That one is brighter. Very bright. So they're showing me that they're of a different energy. Those are a different energy than the orbs. They're shaped different, they're brighter, they're more dense. And even when you zoom in, you don't see, like I said, we would see if it was a bug, if it had a bug body, if it was just a big, a big bug, even from far away. And here is an even better. Look at that. Just saying. Looks like a fairy to me. And orbs, beautiful orbs all around it, tailing all around it. But you can see the difference. And you can see the difference in the orbs and that beautiful, beautiful being of light. That may be my cover photo. I think it's going to be. And down here we can see more orbs. And if you look down, the bunny I didn't see, just sitting there looking at me. Wonder what's this crazy lady doing out here. And this is a nice one. I had quite a few hopping around, and the one up in the sky was really a big one, up on the right hand side. and they were just dancing all around. You can see quite a few of them. Nice bright ones, some in the tree, above the swing set, and they were all in quite close. They were all in quite close. I kept backing up, and it was like they were following me. Backing up, and they were following me. I was quite close to the swing set when I started. As you can see, you can't see the windmill in this one anymore, and I was backing up. They were following me. They were getting closer and closer. It was just so much fun. And I'm even farther back in this one, and you can see that there's really a bright one. And then one at the top, one at the right-hand side, that's really, really very bright. Okay, I thought I saw something in that picture. Let's see. Yep, a little closer one of that. There's a beautiful ring around that one. That one is really a high energy. And there's that bunny down on below the tree. There was one in the tree. See, they're all varying degrees of light and energy. We have some that are very bright, some that are not so bright. There we are. There's a real big close-up of that one really bright orb. Amazing. Amazing. All right, so that's it for our night pictures and our orbs and our fairies. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. You can say I think you're crazy, but I don't think so. So now I just took a couple shots of cloud ships. So what cloud ships are is clouds that are totally different. You can research this online. Clouds that are totally different that maybe mask or may look like a ship trying to mask itself. So, got a picture video here, and you can see totally the difference in the cloud, in the color, in the length. That was a close-up shot. Should probably just play the shot. Kind of makes you dizzy. My hand was really moving, but to try to get it all. But so there's that one, and then I took a farther away shot that you can actually see, and we're always looking for these two cloud ships. They're camouflage. And then I have a few here that I thought were really amazing. I took with my camera of the moon. And this was like at noon in the summer. At noon in the summer. And I really got to be able to zoom right in. Isn't that amazing? You can see the craters at the bottom. You can see the different colors. You can see the texture of the moon. During the day, those were really amazing. And this one that one's really close up too. Like you can see some spots up there in the corner. So I thought those were really beautiful. And then ones at night that I thought were really cool. The half moon or crescent moon. You can actually in these pictures see the other half. You can see the dark half of the moon. The way it's split right down the middle there. I thought those were amazing. Really amazing. And the things you can do nowadays, these kids, I don't have an iPhone, but the cameras I hear on the iPhones are just amazing, or even a lot of these more expensive phones, and you can take amazing pictures. You can get really far out there. This is with a camera. This is with a Pentax camera with, I believe, a 10x zoom, 10x zoom. And you can get really close. So these pictures of the moon were really amazing. And then I just have a couple more, just because they're pretty, of sunsets that I took out back here. The colors are amazing, and the sunsets back here. Look at the pinks and the oranges and the blues and the purples. And it looks like there's a beam shooting straight up. in this one. I loved it. I thought it was so pretty. We all ran outside to take pictures. Me, Amanda, Chrissy, we all ran outside to take pictures of these. Isn't that pretty? Just amazing. You take the time to notice, and then just one more. I thought that was a really pretty sunset with the clouds, the colors, and yep, right in the backyard. So drag out your camera. You never know what you're gonna see and what you're gonna catch. And like I said, take a minute, take a breath, call on the energies, invite them in, invite them to show themselves. But of course, you know, protect yourself, surround yourself with the white light first, and just have fun. And if you'd like to, then in the comments below, maybe you can post a picture, or you can send me pictures of things that you've captured that are interesting. And it's all fascinating. It's all fascinating. This is just a wondrous world we live in, and there's all kinds of different things that you can see and investigate, and just, you know, open your mind to at least the possibility of something different. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. I know it was a little long, but every picture I clicked on seemed like, you know, I wanted to keep going. So I hope that you try it and you catch something amazing and something wondrous. And as always, like and subscribe, and I really do appreciate any engagement. Leave me a little comment. I love to hear what you think about all this. If you think it's crazy, or if you think it's fun, or if you've seen something yourself, wonderful. So I hope you all have an amazing night, and lots of love and light to everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.